Time now for Coming In Hot with Brent Wallace, former Ottawa Senator Jason York, and Graham Nichols.
Top of the morning to you, everybody. Brent Wallace alongside Jason York and Graham Nichols. Gentlemen, nice to see both of you. I was hoping today would have been a 3-point deficit in the standings instead of the Islanders winning last night, and it's 4. I wanted the Detroit game to be the game. It sets up everything. But anyway, I'll let Yorkie have his chit-chat moment before we get on with the show. Before you say anything, the show presentation of Bet365. Check out the Bet365 3-goal entry payout. When your team goes up by 3, you get paid. It's that simple. Download the app today. It must be 18 plus, Ontario only. Gentlemen, welcome.
Gentlemen, you're a little crusty today, I see, Wally. You should have seen people welcome you. You should have heard our green room. Wally he goes, "It's Monday. What do you think?" And Graham's like, "What's wrong, Wally?" It's discussing the standings. The game against Detroit is worth something. The Senators have. Well, here's why. They're the only team that's playing tonight on a Monday night. So there's a game in hand. People are all worried about the New York Islanders right now. They've got 2 games in hand on the Islanders, and here's a bonus, Wally. They play the Islanders one more time. So the Ottawa Senators are in control of their own destiny. They control their fate now because they have I think the first tiebreaker is regulation wins, right? Mm-hmm. And they beat both those teams in that. So look at the standings, Wally. The standings do not lie. I can't believe
the Ottawa Senators are 4 points out of a playoff spot.
Yeah.
It's not finger territory.
Well,
what happened to glass half full Wally? What happened to that guy?
I think it is Graham foam finger territory because this is the beauty of the Prime Sports game. There's nobody else playing tonight. So here's your game. Here's your game in hand tonight. You win that, and then you play the Detroit Red Wings, and that game they leapfrog them because they win the tiebreaker.
Yeah, it's you got to do the job though, and I thought it was interesting that obviously the Rangers played last night, but like they played their backups, so now it's like Ottawa's getting Shesterkin on the Monday on the second half of the back-to-back. So it was an interesting decision by the Rangers, and we'll see what happens tonight. But you got to take care of business tonight. Obviously, you don't want to overlook the last place team in the Eastern Conference and start looking ahead to the big game tomorrow night in Detroit. But who do you believe is going to start tonight? Reimer?
Hallmark. Well, Reimer just played. Sorry, let's go back. When was Reimer's last start? I'm confused here.
Was it Thursday?
The Islanders?
Yeah,
it was the Islanders. It was the Islanders game, right? So yeah, I see where you're going. Do you want to save Hallmark for the back-to-backs? Oh man, but that's a great question. I think
James Reimer.
Probably, right? Probably you put Optimus Rhyme in tonight against Shesterkin. And here, I know Shesterkin's a great goaltender. He's one of the best. He's one of the best in the business right now. But it's a nothing game for this guy. Like he's big game Shesterkin. He likes playoffs when there's stuff. He's a guy who likes something on the line. There's nothing on the line for the Rangers tonight, so I'm not worried about him. I'd be more worried about an unproven guy coming in here that has a fluky game where he stops 50 shots. Mm-hmm. Those are the ones that are more, or an unproven guy that's trying to get a contract. Here you go. Shesterkin's got lots of cake. He's got a massive contract. Like he probably doesn't even want to play tonight. So
it's on Broadway. By the way, speaking of Prime Monday Night Hockey, Jody Shelley will join us a little bit later in the show.
Yes.
It's important though, like good goaltender. I thought one of the things that Ottawa did exceptionally well against Toronto was just going to the front of the net. We saw it late on Thursday night with Brady going to the net, getting the game winner against the Islanders. But like on Saturday, I thought Ottawa did a phenomenal job getting traffic in front, getting guys net front, getting tons of rebounds. They played really, really well on Saturday.
What are they doing?
Obviously, opposites.
What are they doing? What are they doing better with their shots now?
Wait, cue up the Brady Tkachuk shot before.
Lower shots.
He just rips that wide.
Every time I see a high one from the point now, I'm just like, oh, Yorkie.
What? It's a one and out.
Yeah.
The goalie just play over. Nothing happens. Sure, once in a while, you do shoot high when there's a ton of bodies and the goalie's looking down, and you put it. Like Carlson's one of the best, still one of the best in the world at doing that. Put the high shot. He does it on purpose, but for the most part, go back in the games where rebounds are scored. Foot off the ice, you can tip it. You get a rebound. So, anyways, they're doing a way better job of that. That's why they're scoring more. It's not rocket science, Wally. Shoot the puck low. Although, you know what's funny?
There's no fear of it being anything to do with rocket science as a part of this show.
When you look at the clip to start the show, when you look at our coming in hot clip, I'm just ripping one top cheese high blocker.
That's because you had.
But there's nobody in front. That's the key.
Yeah, you're shooting to score. You're shooting to score. That's all right.
There's no bodies in front.
Speaking of the blue line, okay. So wait, before we move on, have we decided if it's Ullmark or Reimer tonight?
I'm saying Reimer.
Yeah, I'm going Optimus.
Here's the only thing I can think of, because we already know as you pointed out, the Rangers are horrible. They need the win, and they're going to be without 3 of their regular defensemen for that.
That's going to leave a mark.
If we consider Dennis Gilbert to be a regular defenseman, because at the moment he is out. Does that, before we get to the injury, does that impact who you may start? And could you possibly, as we've seen in the past, go back to back?
Could Thomas Chabot possibly handle more minutes? He's playing like 20
minutes,
every night, 27, 28. My God, he's been unbelievable. The workload he's taken on, and then Zub's right back there. I think what was Zub 22 last game. Those guys are going to play a lot more. Back to back. It's going to be another grindy test for Chabot because he's going to have to play more.
Do you play Ullmark back to back
because of that?
Because of missing 3D.
No, I trust Reimer. Reimer to me has proven in his body of work now that he can get the job done. And also too, like, just saw some stats, Graham, the other day about the shot suppression and the amount of, like, Ottawa's right now the best team in the league at not giving up quality opportunities. So you don't need a superhuman effort from your goaltender. You just need to be okay.
Wow, that's it, right?
But we've asked Reimer all year.
But Reimer's been better than okay. He's been good.
His last 2 starts have been unbelievable.
Yeah. So if you're like that, they're not going to score. Like, Ottawa doesn't give you anything. And the only way they're going to lose this game is if you get into penalty trouble, because the Rangers have some guys on the power play and that's what they want. The Rangers are going to want an easy game. DJ Zbad's going to do his thing on the power play and stay out of the box. I'll have no problem in this game. And I have 0 issues with Reimer. I think he'll be fine, Wally. He's been good.
I think he's done exactly what was hoped of him for a guy that didn't have a job in December.
Yeah, he was playing in the Spengler Cup.
Yeah,
but the last 2 games in particular, like, he looks sharp. Like, he doesn't look rusty, even with the time off. I was kind of curious to see how he'd fare against the Islanders, because he was given some time off. Ullmark's playing back-to-back games, and he
had a month off and then a shutout.
Yeah, and
did you just high voice? Well, you just high voice us. Yeah,
I'm just trying. I'm just trying to be like you.
It was good. It was good.
The way Travis Green and his coaching staff, Baumgartner, Alfie, Sexton, they've got this team humming right now. Like, they're playing all the time. They're in a role. Don't even need to practice right now. Like, they are managing the puck. And I love that they got that third line back together, even though poor Cuz was doing a great job with Amadio and Pinto. Like, Giroux just fits on that line so well too. Got a big goal the other night. Every line's doing something. Warren Fogel's scoring. People that were critical of that trade are taking that one back. Now, he's been really good. So everything's going right. And they just need your goaltender to be okay, and things will be fine.
And they've been doing better in that regard, right? Like you mentioned, Ottawa's underlying metrics are really good. Like, they're top 3, top 5 in, like, shots on goal. total volume of shots generated, scoring chances, expected goals. Like they're doing a lot of things really, really well, but their total goals for percentage is climbing.
Yeah.
And that's just because Allmark's playing better. And, Reimer's had 2 good starts in a row. Like they're starting to get that goaltending. They're starting to get the saves, and the wins have come in droves for the team. And part of it is their penalty kill is also doing a lot better since Mike Yeo replaced Nolan Baumgartner as the top guy. We've got an 83.3% save percentage. That's like the 7th best in the league when they made that switch on January 24th. So they've kind of adjusted and corrected some of the mistakes and flaws that were kind of plaguing the team in the first half of the year. And we're starting to see the benefits of it now. It's just a matter of do they have enough runway to catch up to some of the teams in front of them?
I know. No margin. I think they can lose they could maybe lose 2 games would be your margin for error, depending on what other teams do. But there's just so many teams in the mix. So that's the thing. Can they? Because I always say this. There's always something in hockey. Hockey's the one sport where there's so many intangibles. The puck can bounce a certain way. You got to hit a post there. Like even the games are
call, you don't
goalie
understand.
interference call, puck over glass. Somebody loses an edge and falls down. Somebody loses a skate blade and can't get to the bench.
Like crazy
every single game.
It's Lars Eller, back-to-back games.
Somebody breaks a stick on a 1T with an open net. Like you just don't know. Like that's the thing. Like in hockey, there's just so many things that could happen to affect the outcome of your game. And even Ottawa, like there's a lot of games they've won where early on in the game they've missed clear-cut opportunities. How did that not go in? They went through the goalie's legs, but somehow trickled off the post. But they stick with it. Like the amount of intestinal fortitude or stick-to-itiveness or
call it gutsy. Go on.
Gutsy. We haven't used gutsy in a while.
Because it's a mute point.
They've been really gutsy in the last.
They're super galvanized, Wally. Super galvanized.
Since the Olympic break, this team has been extremely gutsy. Extremely gutsy.
By the way, you brought up they don't give up much. In the last 21 games, they have allowed 28 or more shots once.
Yeah, they're playing so gutsy that if they get into the playoffs, I guarantee you Travis Green's going to get some votes for the Jack Adams.
But you could get so I was having this conversation on a podcast this weekend, and when you go down the list of coaches in the Eastern Conference, you're like, there's a good case for that guy. There's a great case for that guy.
Yeah.
And then it's like that, it's like the Drew Jody Norris Trophy. You're like, John Cooper, man, like he hasn't won one yet. You gotta get John Cooper a win.
He gets no love.
Like, but like you go down the list and it's like Rick Bowness. Has Rick Bowness coached enough games to merit serious consideration for the Jack Adams? And you're like,
yes,
yeah. Like look at what's happened. Like it's hard. Like there's compelling cases all across the league right now.
I'll make the case for Travis Green. If they get in, they got to get in. For me, you got to get in. But what they've had to go through this year, losing Allmark for the extended period of time, Brady Tkachuk injured. The worst goaltending metrics for the Ottawa Senators since it was the inaugural season.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get into the playoffs if you get that happen to you, and then having to go on the run they're doing right now. How bad the PK was, like so many things. To be able to keep that ship from not sinking and just you're underwater, you're done, is impressive. And that's why I think if they do get into the playoffs, hey, I get a vote. It'll be on my list, 100%.
But that's a full testament to the coaches, full testament to the players for not giving up. Like there's a resiliency, like there's a belief in the system, what they're doing, and they just keep sticking to it. Yeah. And they're reaping the benefits now that they're finally starting to get saves. It's nice
guys, like if they get into the playoffs with the goaltending they got to start this season, it's going to be a miracle. Like when you really think about it, it's way better now. Like the goaltending's been good now, but the fact that they had to go through that period and claw your way back into an opportunity now where they're in control of their own fate, it's pretty impressive. Like because usually teams, you're done. Like you would have put up the white flag, and you don't do it intentionally. It's just so much of an obstacle to overcome. And then to throw in your goaltender's gone for 6 weeks, you bring in a goaltender who wasn't even playing. Like there's a lot of shit that went down here, and the fact that they are where they are it's nuts.
For sure. But there's like Dan Muse has been really good in Pittsburgh. Lindy Ruff, what he's done with the Sabres over the last year.
Lindy's been great.
Joel Quenneville in Anaheim.
Yeah. Coach Q's done a great
And then
job.
Bones, Marco Sturm in Boston as well. Patrick Waugh with the Islanders. Like, you can go down the list. Like,
No, Patrick Waugh hasn't done any miracle work here. He's their second wild card spot.
Nobody expected,
and they've got goalies in the league.
But I mean, like, Ottawa will be a second wild card spot if they get in, right?
There's a big difference between Ottawa and that wild card spot and the Islanders.
Yeah, I'm not disputing that, but I'm just saying, like, he has that team playing hard. They play hard at 5-on-5. Like, they do several things well. But you're right. Like, they're probably not in that position if Sorokin's not playing at a Vezina.
Something's up here. Wally and Patrick must have had a run in back in the day or something. You got crusty all of a sudden. As soon as you mentioned Patrick Waugh's name.
It is funny.
No, he's not in there.
No, I this whole that he's the greatest coach ever, it just annoys me.
Nobody said that.
I didn't say you said that. If you people that like when they said Patrick Waugh had to be the coach in Ottawa, we need that Patrick. That's the only guy that can coach this team. It's not. That's all.
I'll say
this
because
Travis Green, like, to Travis Green's credit, like, nobody was really championing that move as a fan. It's just like, well, he had success in his first year in Vancouver, then it slowly
look at his record. But, look at his record.
No, but he wasn't like a widely accredited, esteemed coach that everyone was like, oh wow, what a great hire. It's like he's getting all the accolades and stuff now, and deservedly so for the way that the team's playing. It's cool to see.
Listen, I Patrick Waugh's done a nice job in New York, Wally. They're winning with an 18-year-old as their number one defenseman.
Oh, it's not like no. You're making it sound like they have no other defensemen in their roster. They're winning because he's been outstanding. They also have a few other players like Brock Nelson and Anders Lee. Like, that's a pretty good roster of players.
Brock Nelson's gone. They traded him.
Not Brock
Barzal, and you're talking about
Matt Barzal. I apologize.
Oh yeah, Barzal. Yeah, Barzal. Yeah, Barzal's a great player, really good player. But they don't score a lot. I know they're getting great goaltending with Sorokin, but like, to coach an 18-year-old and to allow him, or not allow him, you just don't see what Matthew Schaefer's doing. Like, what he's doing is an anomaly. And Patrick Waugh's got something to do with that. Like, he's obviously pushing the right buttons and guiding him.
Okay.
He's got some moxie though, like him getting in between Lars Eller and the bench that last week.
That's
just
good.
Like, Lars loses a blade, Schaefer just stands right in front of him.
Yeah. Okay, Brady came over.
Yeah, Brady came over. But like, Brady, that was like, we've talked about it a little bit, but like, that game by Brady was just best of the year. Best of the year. The way it started, the way it finised. Like, talk about a player who sorely needed that with all the noise that was.
You know why? Wally pointed the finger at him. The foam finger.
We need real Brady. We need Brady back.
We need him to lead the way. The foam finger came out, and when
the foam finger bump. Yeah,
the foam finger bump is true. There's something with the foam finger. That's why when you're asking a very important question, you can only ask it with the foam finger.
I don't necessarily like the term foam finger bump, because if you don't say it clearly enough,
say it quickly.
The foam finger bum is what it sounds like. So let's not do that.
Let's not do that. Okay. Today's show is brought to you by Shoeless Joe's. The playoff push is on, and there's no better place to catch the game than Shoeless Joe's Sports Grill. New daily deals running open to close Sunday through Thursday, including $5 buds and Bud Light, 16-ounce pours all week long. Fuel up on all-you-can-eat ribs Sunday, $10 fish and chips on Maritime Monday, $10 jumbo wings on Tuesday, and $10 smash burgers on Wednesday, and 2-for-1 chicken tenders on Thursday. Who doesn't like that? Big screens, huge atmosphere, unreal value. Make Shoeless Joe's your playoff headquarters in Kempville and Orleans.
Yeah, and spring is just around the corner, fellas. I think so. The good weather is coming. So if you're looking to get that driveway done, maybe get some aggregate work, some topsoil brought in, BEI can help you with many spring projects. So give them a call at 613-432-1120 or online at bonishirexcavating.com. BEI is helping to shape the Ottawa Valley, and please slow down in construction zones.
If you're talking to them, tell them Yorkie sent you. And our show brought to you by Beyond the Pale. Brewing Company, locally owned and one of Ottawa's go-to craft breweries. Just a reminder, we are there April 15th, the last game of the regular season, live 5 p.m. as the Sens get set to take on the Leafs. We'll see if that game has any implication into the final standings. Don't forget to check them out, 250 City Center, which we're doing the live show at, or 21 George Street in the Byward Market. 2 great spots to grab a pint or catch the next big Ottawa game. Find them online, btpshop.ca. We've quickly skimmed over it, but it looks like, unless there is a call-up at some point today, which there isn't so far, Lassi Thomson will make his season debut. In fact, he'll play his first game since November 25th of 2022 in the National Hockey League. That is 1,214 days ago. Your thoughts, gentlemen, on this depleted blue line that now sees Jake Sanderson, Nick Jensen, and Dennis Gilbert all out of the lineup?
Yeah, I thought with the amount of left shot defensemen that were going down, I thought we were almost going to get to the opportunity where we could see Chummy Jr.
He's hurt.
I know, he's hurt too. Like
Jorian
even
Donovan.
the guys in the minors are hurt. So unfortunate for Jorian. Who knows? He might have got an opportunity. But yeah, what's old is new again. Lassi Thomson is back. Like this is crazy. People thought he was gone and buried. And heaven behold, he's back. So great opportunity for him. He's probably going to play. I would imagine Matt and Paolo will go to his offside again, and Lassi will line up with him. So yeah, this is where your depth has to come through. And I'm sure he's not going to be asked to play big minutes, but still, every shift's important now. Every key, get out of the zone, every pass, he's going to be called upon here. So this is a massive opportunity for old Lassi. I'm looking right now to see how old he is now. He's still pretty young, eh? 25 years old. Like he's not that old. Because when you think about him, Graham, you think he's like 30 now because he hasn't been here for so long. So still a young guy.
Well, that's it. Yeah, drafted 19th overall in 2019. Like he's been with the organization for years. Obviously, got picked up on waivers by Anaheim. Came back to Ottawa, free agent. Like went to Europe for a season, marinated there for a year, had a good year, came back.
What did they have him in, like the Swedish sauce?
Yeah, Swedish broth, a little Swedish broth.
The Russian gas.
But it worked. But it worked. But yeah, like, as a guy with like pedigree and prospect status, like he never really had an extended run here because there were like warts to his game, some stuff that he had to work through. But like you mentioned, Matt and Paolo playing his offside tonight, Yorkie, like Thompson did play the offside during the preseason for a couple games. So yeah, it's probably not a huge jump for him, perhaps. But like I don't know when the last time he did that in the AHL. So maybe we'll see Manti man that left side. But you got the all finished blue line on the third pair. But this could be a night like Thomas Chabot played almost 31 minutes against the Islanders on Thursday. So you might be experiencing a 40-minute night from Thomas Chabot tonight.
No.
40 minutes.
No, settle down.
Thomas Chabot has played 40 minutes tonight and he's exhausted. Could you imagine? I think he's going to be close to 30. It's all going to be game dependent. Like, hopefully,
score matters, obviously. But yeah.
Hopefully Ottawa can get, I don't know, all the games are close right now. It doesn't matter. So it's probably not going to happen. He's probably going to play close to 30. But, man, his body is getting the test here since Jake Sanderson's been out. But, yeah, for Lassi Thomson, I'm looking when he came into the Sens, too, as 19th overall. Like, it seemed anybody who was playing defense back then, the way the team played, it was like you would come into a situation and try and play, and you're just under siege all the time. So, like it was a tough situation for a lot of D back then.
The most Thomas Chabot has played in a non-overtime game. Well, first, the most he's played in an overtime game is 37-50 on December 2019. 2020, February 25th against Nashville, he played 32-36 in a regulation loss.
Graham's taking the over tonight. He's going over 37.
He's playing 30 plus for sure.
You're going 30 plus for sure.
Well, no, not if they're 100%. Up like 4-1. He won't have to. The score will descend.
We'll see.
Let's have an over under here.
Yeah, set the line.
What's
30
the
and
line?
a half?
Well,
30 and a half minutes.
That's a lot of minutes and a back-to-back.
Yeah, but you're only worried about tonight. You deal with tomorrow. I'll take the over 30 and a half.
I'm going under. He's not playing over 30.5. He's going to be in that sweet spot of the high 28s or low 29s. But you guys understand how much that's so much ice to play. I don't think you guys understand how hard it is to play 28 minutes. 30s. And it's not like, so I'll give you guys a great example. Chris Pronger, one of the best energy conservers when he played. Like, he would make sure when he got the puck, he would just make the plays and save his energy to play a ton of minutes. Spot's not an energy conserver when he plays. Like, when he goes back with the puck, he can't help himself. He always skates it out if it's there. He joins the rush. Like, he plays, even though it's not super physical minutes, the amount of skating he's going to do, like, he'll probably set a record in miles skated tonight. But I'm going under because of the back-to-backs.
Score and special teams would be dependent. But now we should also, I think Jordan Spence and Tyler Clevin in that 3-4 spot have been very good.
Yeah, really good.
Like 2 points each on Saturday night. Yeah, they've been playing really well, really, really well. And that was the test, right? It's like great underlying metrics, great goal stuff, goal data on the third pair. Once they don't have those insulated minutes, how do they elevate once they move up to the second spot? And they've more than held their own. It's been really, really encouraging. And it's going to be fascinating to see what, how Jordan Spence handles this offseason with a new contract possibility, what he'd be looking for. It's kind of it's an interesting situation with him.
It's very interesting. He's played really well. You still have to see him play in the playoffs because that's what you're building this team before, right? Mm-hmm. You want to win in the playoffs. And if you're going to give him top 4 money, is that if you're going to try because the goal is to win the Stanley Cup, is that a player you think you can win with in your top 4 in the playoffs? That's the question.
Mm-hmm. He's been averaging 20-26 of ice time. He's got 4 assists in the 7 games since Sanderson got hurt, +3. He's doing some good things. He's doing some really good things. The one thing that I've been impressed with Yorkie, probably more than the offense and the passing and the ability of breaking the puck out, is just the fact that he's been really sharp at sealing players off the pucks and separating guys off the pucks without being super physical. And he's been using his body really well.
His skating is elite, and what he does is he keeps his feet moving when guys try and go wide on him, and he matches their speed. And if you guys remember when Carlson started to play better defensively, he used to turn and skate with the forward, and you skate in front and you take the ice away and you take the puck. Like Spence's skating enables him to not get beat. And his competitiveness, he's very competitive when he battles for pucks. Like, he's got a second, he's got a third effort, which you need, because usually he's going to be in a mismatch of size. Only thing that concerns me with him is boxing out. And I talked to a lot of guys that play in the league. The teams that generally win in the playoffs have big and long D that box out, because the rink shrinks. And when you have guys playing heavy minutes, those battles in front of the net become so important. But hey, one step at a time. You got to get to the playoffs first. And Spence is doing a tremendous job of doing that. My only thing is what I'm saying is he's playing so well, he's going to put himself into the bracket where he's going to demand a lot of money just because of the numbers. And then you get into the conversation is, do we pay him to be in our top 4 to replace a guy like Jensen? And you've already got an undersized top 4 to begin with. But then does Clevin come into the top 4 because of his size? You're like, well, who comes out? You already got Shabbat. You already got Sanderson in that top 4. So there's a lot of moving parts, which makes it interesting. For me, I think Clevin, in my opinion, future top 4 for sure. Spence,
he's been playing really well. Yeah,
Spence, very good NHL defenseman, but again, is he a top 4 guy? I don't know.
So I'll use a metric that people get annoyed with, but we still keep track of plus minus. He's a +17.
Yeah,
on this team.
Yeah.
On a team with the league's worst goaltending for most of the season.
But and again, he sat out. He's only played 60 games.
It's a great story, great attitude. Remember, we had him on the show when things were going well. Wally, so positive, such a good teammate. That's why you love the guy. But you got to get. I just always go back. The league changes once the calendar flips and the playoffs start. 100%. Unless they're going to call the playoffs differently. I'm just saying.
There's been puck moving defensemen though who've like they're not the most physical. Like Brian Rafalski, like when he was with Detroit and New Jersey, like good smaller defenseman who can move the puck. Wasn't a defensive physical specimen, but more than capable of doing his job.
But I'll tell you the difference in that era. Back then you could hook and hold. Back then you could hook, hold, interfere, and if you could skate, like there were different ways. Well, they had to bring the rule in for Nick Lidstrom because they chipped the puck behind him and he'd put his stick out like that. Remember Lidstrom, Wally? Like he would basically impede the forechecker so he couldn't go in.
And then like Chris Pronger would just put out the elbow and it's all good.
Hear that? Wally under his breath. Lidstrom, never heard of him. Miserable on a Monday morning.
I know.
What's wrong with you?
What happened? Yeah, what happened to you this weekend? It's like you're like on top of the world coming into the weekend.
I'm great.
What happened?
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
He's like that. You know, when you see a husband and wife get into a fight, and the one stops talking. What's wrong with you? Nothing. I'm fine.
Hands on the wheel. Just straight
what's wrong? Like, he doesn't look at you.
Although you know what?
Contact.
Lisa did take me to Costco on Sunday. That is the worst shopping experience.
Why
ever.
did you go to Costco on a
Did you go to the one in Canada? Which one did you go to?
Canada.
Yeah.
Because they send you a check at the end of each year based on whatever you spend. So it has to be me because my name is on it. Lisa can't cash it or use it. And I despise shopping at Costco with a passion.
You have to go at 8:30 in the morning. If you don't go first thing,
they're lined up.
Worth the time.
Brent.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No,
I have been.
I've got a system, Wally. I've got a system.
Yeah, don't go.
I go to the Maryville one, and I park as far as I can away so I can, and then I don't go out. People that go to Maryville on that one exit, it's just a gong show getting out of there. I get off up on Hunt Club Road, and it's a long journey with my shopping cart. I got my BioSteels in there, and I got all my things. I got my good beef because you get good beef there, and then you get out of Dodge as quick as possible. You can't park. You can't look for a good spot. You got to be far away.
The Canada location sucks too because there's only one road going in and out, and it's horrendous.
Hell.
And I feel bad. Well, you have a Home Depot there as well, and Movati's there. You just have like a steady streamline of people. I feel bad for people in the other businesses past Costco because like the traffic going in and out, it's horrendous.
So I don't know why I was looking at, there was a pair of shoes or sneakers, whatever I was looking at. I got bumped out of the way for someone to look at another pair. I'm like, okay, Lisa, we're done. I'm out. I'm not.
You got to be a net front. You got to be a net front presence. This is what you're talking. It's the playoffs. It's the playoffs, Wally, in Costco. It's that time of year.
Were you gonna pull the trigger on a nice pair of Kirkland shoes?
No, they were Aldo's actually.
So what did you say? What did you say? It's not like you not to say something. If someone bumps you out of the way,
back and I just walked away. I was like, Lisa, we're out. I don't care what else we need. We're done here. Get your 85 loaves of bread. We're done.
85 loaves of bread.
I wish I could have seen that.
You can have her on and ask because I was like,
everything you buy there comes in. You get way too much of what you need.
We were like 3 aisles in. I go, have we spent our $300 yet? Can we go now?
300. That's a good day.
That's right.
That's the bare minimum.
He dropped 300 yesterday, so he's pissed.
I know. It was like $100. I gave up.
You can't get out of there with only spending $100.
It was like $160 some.
Oh, because you didn't get
$8 check or something.
Because you didn't get the Kirkland shoes. That's why.
I didn't get the shoes. I don't even know how much they were. I don't even know. I don't know if they have these guys. I just happened to look at it just to see it.
I want to see Wally wheel into a pregame skate with a nice shiny pair of Kirkland shoes.
Hey, if they're as long as they're quality, I'm good. Before Jody Shelley joins us, we'll get this last little bit of work. Hang on. Jake, do you have the email I sent you? Okay. Sorry, you do. This is what Lassi Thomson has been doing since his last NHL game. He has been he's been in a movie. Apparently, it's a hit called Lassi.
He's skating. How is he skating on the? Hold on. How is that water frozen? I see grass beside it.
Those are Aldo shoes. You can walk on water with those.
Kirkland's. That's beautiful artwork, Wally. Well done.
Okay.
A boy and his dog. A boy and his dog.
A Hero on Ice is what the title of the movie is called. Lassi Thomson, A Hero on Ice. We'll see tonight.
He's got the big bomb from the point, Yorkie.
14 goals and 25 points in the AHL this season.
Just keep it low. Keep it low, Lassi.
All right. This show brought to you by Bet365. There are a few things more stressful than a close hockey game. One late back check could make all the difference between a chance at playoff glory or an early spring tea time. That's why Bet365, the official partner of the NHL, is offering a 3-goal early payout. If your team is if the team you're riding goes up 3 goals at any point in the game, they'll pay your bet out early. Hockey fans have enough things to stress about. With a 3-goal early payout, now your bets don't have to be one of them. Bet365. Download the app today. Must be 19 or older. Ontario only. Please play responsibly. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, Yorkie. Do you think when Wally got blown up at Costco, he just went straight to the food section, like the restaurant area, just got a hot dog, and he just sat down and sulked?
I don't like those hot dogs.
What?
Oh, they're too greasy.
Right up your alley. $1.50.
I couldn't tell you the last time I had food at Costco.
I don't know. I just saw the CEO of Costco. He was doing a tour. It was online. He was eating and he said he is never changing the price of the $1.50 hot dog. And he ate it and said it was delicious.
They make their own. They have their own factory, like their own plants. That's why the hot dog remains the price it does.
Okay. Facts you get only here. Facts you only get on this show.
But they're a good greasy. No, Steve, they're not.
You must run it like the samples, though. Are you one of those guys?
No.
You see the samples, you just...
You know what I had yesterday as a sample? Was a fig. And I was like, this doesn't taste like the Fig Newton. I had a fig.
Yeah. I was thinking about you the other night. We, a group of us went out for dinner at a real nice restaurant. We were all excited. Had a guy playing the stand-up bass, 3-piece band. They were singing old school songs like Johnny Be Good. I order this steak. Steak comes. It is completely charred and medium well. I cut open to it. Yeah. Oh my God. I'm like, where's Wally when you need him? He would take this steak down like it was no tomorrow. So anyhow.
Did you send it back?
Wow. It was one of those places where you waited like an hour and it finally comes. And I showed the waiter and he's, I'll get you another one. I'm like, I'm going to have to wait another half an hour, but that's fine. I had a burnt steak and I now know what it tastes like to have a burnt steak.
You know what? I have more to say to that, but I don't want to waste Jody Shelley's time anymore.
Oh, he's here. Okay.
Jody, Prime, Monday Night Hockey analyst. Welcome to the show, sir. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you. That's not wasting my time. That's great conversation.
That's good content, eh, Jody?
I love that. We've all been there.
So hang on a sec, Jody. I got something for you. So on the weekend, they sold our hot sauce at the home show. The guy with Grocer Direct gave me 2 sirloins to cook. I'm not allowed to cook them, Jody. So Lisa, my lovely wife, she cooked them. She undercooked. We had to switch steaks because she undercooked mine. I was like, no, I can't handle this. So
what's undercooked?
Ooh, anything under medium.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what's Jody?
Fair.
Jody, you go out to a nice steakhouse. You get a nice. What do you order in your steak at?
I'm now down to medium rare. I mean, I was a well done guy.
Yeah.
So nice. But I moved from Nova Scotia to Edmonton.
There you
Ohio. I'm just now. Let's get it done quick, and that's how I cook it too, Wally. Medium rare.
I thought you were going to say I'm back to well. If you're in the Maritimes, I feel like it's more of a maritime thing where your parents just slap it on, cook it.
Just cook it.
And get it done.
That's right.
Nice to see you, Jody. Lone game tonight. You have the big game. One thing, Mika Zibanejad will play his 1,000th game. I just bring that up for Yorkie, the former Ottawa Senator. What do you expect to see from a New York Ranger team, A, that played last night, and B, well, they're just not very good.
They're playing a lot better. They've got a little more.
Because it doesn't matter anymore.
Well, I think it matters to Ottawa. You know, yeah. You know what I mean. You know what I mean? Like it matters for their spirit and what they're trying to do. And Sullivan, he's trying to implement a few things. He's putting guys in different positions. Lafreniere is better now that Panarin's gone because he doesn't have part of his brain trying to find Panarin and give him the puck at times. Shesterkin's playing well. I know he's probably out, but a lot of young players on that team are bright spots right now, and they're trying to figure out what they got. So I think we've those of us that have played like Yorkie and we've been there. We've been in this spot where you're playing for jobs, and they got Enstrom, a 6'7" guy, trying to get him to work at center. If that could work, that'd be great. So I think I think this will be a good game.
No question. What do you see from Ottawa? If you were playing in your days, let's say Columbus at the moment, would you be super frustrated to play against a team that just doesn't give you anything?
Yeah. And that's the type of hockey you're seeing now, and Columbus plays the same way. I compare a lot of Columbus's game to Ottawa's, where it's a press game. Like when you don't have the puck, you have to be working so hard to go press the puck, and then the back checking, the forechecking. It's everywhere. It's nonstop movement, and I like Ottawa a lot. I've liked them since the preseason. We know the stories, the goaltending. They have the best defensive metrics, one of the top in the league, and I just love the way the mix of veterans and you call it young skill, but it's not young skill anymore. It's experienced young skill. And they play heavy and they play fast. And to me, they're an old school group. I know them a little bit. I know you guys are around them a little bit. I like that room. I like Shabbat and Giroux and Stützle and Sanderson, all those guys that they got there. Batherson, good Nova Scotia boy. There's all that, I like what they have. And then Greeny's done a good job. He's demanding. He's in tune with a lot that they're doing. So I expect them to be in the playoffs.
How hard is it as a former pro, like when you were playing, when things necessarily, like with Ottawa, like when things weren't going well, just in terms of points, like they were doing so many things well under the hood, but they just weren't getting the points. Like as a former pro, like when stuff isn't going your way, like how hard is it to keep belief in that process and what's happening?
With the goaltender situation where your goaltending just has been the problem that no one's going to talk about in the room really publicly, but it can get frustrating. But I think that's still they've gone through enough away from the rink this year that puts them in a unique spot. They remind me of the 2010 Flyers, where that team was expected to be in the playoffs. And they struggled and fought down to game 82 with the Rangers, where they won in a shootout. I was on the Rangers that year. And that team should have been better than that, than getting in at game 82 in a shootout. And they went to the Stanley Cup Finals, because the regular season is, to me, a couple teams have used it very well to prepare for the playoffs. And teams that just cruise through, sometimes I've been on a team that just cruise through, and the San Jose Sharks won the President's Trophy. You get adversity, game 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you're like, whoa, this isn't supposed to happen. Or the teams that use it and grind and figure it out and have adversity and get to know each other like deeply and have that kind of use the regular season properly. Those are the teams that are the most dangerous, especially in the East this year. That's my opinion on what that is. But to answer your question, it can get frustrating, but I think you can also learn a lot in 82 games about you and your team, and you, especially a team that's underachieved.
Jody, you've done a lot of Sens games now. I know you're pretty familiar with the team. You've watched Stützle a lot now play. Interesting where you have him now in the game after watching him. I know you like him as a player, but just I want to get your thoughts on him. I haven't seen him quite often now this year.
I love him. I've got to know him a little bit. I love his spirit. I love how much he appreciates his teammates. I love how dialed in he is with just being a young superstar in Ottawa. I love his on-ice game, his compete. Like, he's got a high motor and a high engine, and I think he's got even more upside. And what is he, 24 years old? I mean, he's a guy that's – the speed is something now that with that bite that he plays with, and, like, he draws a lot of attention. People don't like playing against Tim Stützle. It might have been earlier in his career because he was diving a little bit, but now I think he's got some jam. So he's one of my favorites, actually, that we've covered this year, that I've seen the most. I mean, any one of these guys that you walk in the locker room and you get a smile out of, I enjoy those. I enjoy those conversations. I enjoy them.
You are still one of the guys. Your interview with Jake Sanderson, you got more out of him than I don't think anybody's ever got out of him. That was a great interview. For people that haven't seen, you guys did a little sit down, and he really opened up to you.
Yeah, he's, I've known Jake. I played with his dad. I've known Jake a while.
That's right. You played with the old man.
Yeah, sometimes we talk a lot about Zach Werenski, a guy he admires, and I cover in Columbus, and they have a lot of similarities, and there's a little bit of trust there. So, and I think he liked the bright lights. We had 2 cameras going and the lights, and surprisingly, he was great. He's another one of those great throwback guys. It's just old school, man. But he's very dialed in. Like, it's amazing how dialed in he is with his diet and workout and his equipment. And thank you. That was a fun interview. That's a fun group of guys at the Ottawa Senators group.
100%. I apologize. I have to wear the foam finger whenever I have a serious question.
Yes.
Careful, Jody. The finger's out.
Jody Shelley, is Tim Stützle considered a superstar in your eyes?
It's a really good question. For me, superstars there's not one on every team. We know the superstars, Yeah. I think he has emerged. I'm going to put him as a superstar or knocking on the door. He's right there. Kucherov is a superstar, all world. Must-watch TV. I think Stützle's knocking at that door. So I think he's on the cusp. I think he will be.
Yeah, for me, it's not the points. It's the entertainment value he brings.
It's incredible.
His skill level.
Yeah.
That's a great way of putting it, knocking at the door, because we know the superstars like Connor McDavid, Nathan McKinnon, Cale Makar, Kucherov. There's not a lot. There's not. So knocking at the door. The thing that impresses me the most, Jody, and I don't think people realize it. Now, your ice level sometimes, how he operates at high speed and the amount of stick handling in tight spaces. I don't think people understand how hard that is.
No, and I think these guys make things look easier. I think a lot of things we see on a nightly basis we take for granted because and they work at it. I mean, I watch Kucherov. We've all seen the videos. He works on the littlest details. Even if it's a forehand, backhand, just where the puck is on his stick when it comes off the backhand, the feel of it. All these guys are doing it. So at a high speed, like, it's one thing to skate fast. I mean, if you lined up all the NHL players at the goal line and blew the whistle and it was a race to the far end, we know who would win the race or it'd be close. Connor McDavid and Nathan McKinnon probably, but not by very much. But it's the quickness and explosiveness, the quick hands and the mind that all works as one to process. Because you're right, Yorkie, when I'm at ice level, there's no time and space, like zero time and space. And if you see it, it's not there for very long. If you see a guy that could take a breath, maybe it's a line change or a dump, or he has, you think he can wind up. But these guys, the computer's high, and they need those guys to play with them that think that same level. So that's another way to keep the speed, right? When you watch Stützle away from the puck, he's building.
Yep. And
you think whoever's trying to get him the puck, you got to get it, find the lane, and put it there. And it doesn't happen very often, but it's incredible.
Jody, I'm just looking at some stats right now. I've got 36 forwards across the league have more than 10 goals and 100 hits. No team has more of those players than Ottawa. Just looking at like Ottawa's lineup, do you think the Senators are like one of the heavier teams in the Eastern Conference? And just to follow up on that, if you believe that, if Ottawa finds a way to get into the postseason, how much are teams not going to want to face the Ottawa Senators?
Yeah. Listen, I'm bullish on Ottawa. And it's not just because I'm talking to you guys. I've said now since the break they're going to make the playoffs. They're a playoff-built team. That's a great stat. What is it? 10 goals and over 100 hits?
10 plus goals over 100 hits.
I'm going to use that tonight. That's a great stat. Thank you very much.
Get it in there.
I'll get it in there. I'll give you a little note there.
Nice.
But the way they're built, it's a heavy team. I think the teams that are Buffalo Sabres are one of the, I'm going to call it toughness. They're one of the toughest or heaviest teams to play against because they're fast, they're hard, they're big, and they compete. Ottawa, to me, I think they're a notch, maybe a notch heavier. And I think Columbus can play that way. I watched the Islanders last night. They can play that way. So, there's always a surprise factor with the Islanders. I don't know why. But I mean, watching them last night with that kid Schaefer, the teams that understand they have to play that way to have success. And listen, I said this the other day on a show where we've seen a lot of games where there's just hockey played. They're just playing hockey. And I think the teams that are engaged and hit, and Ridley Gregg, the way he hits and gets fired up himself. And I remember playing with guys that Joe Thornton, when he would throw the hit, like Kachuk, throw the hit, separate, and you could see he was mad and on. It was like, whoa, it's going to be one of these games where he's going to dominate. And I think that we're starting to see it every night now, where the battle is there. And I think we've seen a lot of hockey where some teams are just kind of going to pass it and shoot it and dump it and back check and hope the goalie saves the puck. Where now it's, I think Ottawa, to answer your question, yeah, there'll be a tough out. And again, I'm bullish. They're heavy and one of the best and heaviest in the East.
You didn't have to say the Edmonton Oilers.
What do they call that, Jerry? You get in there, you kind of look busy when you're out there. You go down the ice, up the ice, go for a change. I look busy out there. Did I do anything? Nope, I look busy.
Yeah, I was. We always had a line with Ken Hitchcock. I think that was one of his lines. Was, you guys are just spinning your tires out there, just spinning your tires.
Two quick questions before we go. A league question is this. The suspension. I'm just curious of what you think of the 3 games for AJ Greer, because you and Yorkie played the game. You understand it. You've been in those moments. I'm just curious of are we making a bigger deal out of it than the league should be? Does that make sense?
I'm not good on these. I think they did a good job. I mean, you put yourself in Greer's mindset. It's a dangerous play, first of all. It's a very dangerous. Of course, it could have been much worse. But it was a battle, and then the shove, is at the wrong spot, but it was a quick jolt to the back that put him in a bad position. Yeah, I listen. I think they got it right. I'm probably against the public opinion, but they do an excellent job at that. Again, I always support the refs and the guys that used to suspend me every year. I get one suspension every year.
If anybody knows,
I've funded the fund. I'll tell you that. But I think they got it right. They've got baselines on what to go off. They have deep discussions. They watch it in slow motion. They watch it in fast motion. They chat it out.
Here's my question, because I'm with you. Like, based on what we've seen throughout the league and through time, 3 games is probably what it should be. Should the penalties be raised is, I guess, the question. Like, should there be a minimum 10 games? Like, I didn't play the game. I can't tell you what it's like. I'm concerned of the speed of the game now. And when you make those plays, there's a lot more perhaps ramifications than there were 5-10 years ago.
No, I don't think so. Okay. I think that they have their baseline. I think that they know the people, they know the players so well. They know the character. They know the situation. They take everything into account. And why don't you have your finger on? Because that's a serious question.
Sorry.
Damn you, Wally.
Should it be more than 5 games?
No, should be 3.
Fair enough. Alan Walsh is on line 1. He just wants to have a word with you for a second. And last question. What day do you go to Costco to shop?
I don't go to Costco.
See?
I wish I went more.
It is the worst shopping experience of my entire life.
I love it. When I go probably once a year, I love Costco. I mean, you can get lost in there and come out with.
Yeah.
You'd have to bring a U-Haul to get this stuff out of there.
Right.
Figure out where to put it. I got a great story though. Wally, you remember Alex Johnstone, good friend of mine from Nova Scotia. So we were young, and I think I just started playing in the NHL, and he was living with me, and he went to Costco, and he was going to make dinner for me. And he's like, I'm going to get some steaks at Costco, and I'm going to, I'm like, okay. So for the next 2 years, I had Worcester sauce, the big ones.
Yeah.
They come in like a 3-pack, just sitting in my fridge.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's nothing small at Costco.
Never forgot that meal. Yeah.
How were the steaks?
They were well done and tough.
They were well done.
Sounds like a great meal to me.
It was good.
Jody, appreciate your time as always. Have a great show tonight. By the way, the Sens 3-2 this year on Prime broadcast. So it's a winning record.
Go Sens.
We'll see you, pal. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, Joe.
Have a good day.
Yeah.
There goes Jody Shelley.
Everything comes in packs of threes. He had 3
Oh my God.
Worcester, giant Worcester sauces just sit in the fridge for 2 years.
I want a can of Febreze, but I just want one of the Sens, not 4, because I don't like the other ones. But you can't get that. You have to buy all 4 to get one.
Oh, yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
First
almond
world
butter.
problems.
The almond butter too always comes in a 3 or 2-pack, but you can never have enough almond butter. It's a healthy nut.
You're a big almond butter guy, eh?
So,
So question for you guys.
What's wrong with almond butter?
We're sticking with this. All right.
No,
All
go on, Graham.
No, I was just going to say, following the game on Saturday, Tyler Cleveland was upset. He was upset that OEL, Oliver Ekman-Larsson, had that hit on Dennis Gilbert late in the game. Contextually, the game's essentially decided at that point. You have a defenseman in on the forecheck, hits Gilbert, jams his shoulder up against the boards. Looked like it was his left shoulder. How did you guys feel about that hit?
I need to watch it again.
It's a clean hit.
Yeah, it is.
I did.
For sure.
I wasn't.
You
Cleveland
can't
reversed
tell
it.
guys to stop making plays in the National Hockey League.
Cleveland did say it felt unnecessary at that point.
Of course, he's going to defend his guy, but
Yeah.
if that's an Ottawa Senator, Mark Kastelik one time did not go in and finish a check, if I'm not mistaken, and got ripped apart by Alfie. Like you have to make your play. Your job is to finish that check. If you don't, somebody else is going to take that spot. There's nothing dirty about that play at all.
Yeah. That's actually a good point, especially when you're on teams that nothing's going right and you're doing video all the time. You're going over all those little things. Guys are getting called out. Like there's jobs in the line. So yeah, I thinking back in that hit, it's a hard hit, but there's hard hits all the time in the league. So unfortunately he got hurt. It's terrible for Gilbert, terrible for the situation the Sens are with their left shot D, but it's unfortunately part of the game. Guys are getting hurt. Guys are going down.
Maybe it's worse because OEL finished that high hit on Giroux, hit his head.
Yeah, for sure.
All that stuff I'm not in favor of, but the play itself is a simple hockey play that happens 30 times a game.
Yeah. And you don't get hurt as much too in the boards usually because the boards have so much give. Try getting hit in the boards in the mid-90s. Oh, it was like flying into a cement wall, no give whatsoever. But nowadays it's like a wrestling ring. You can go against there. You get the springs in the board, seamless glass. It's good. But the Zary, what do you think on the Zary play, Graham?
I thought it was dirty. Like
100% it was dirty.
Like, it's just dirty. Like I thought it, like AJ Greer, the Panthers, like 4th line player. The Panthers aren't in the postseason mix. So like if you suspend it for a longer period of time just to make a statement and to give him a longer one, just to say, hey, we don't condone this. This is the kind of stuff that we want to deter players from doing. They had the opportunity. They gave him 3 games. I thought it was a little bit light, but appreciate Jody Shelley's insight into it as well.
Jody's been there. Right. He's been on that end.
The game's also extremely fast, and it's easy to sit here and armchair quarterback it as well, where it's just like, like there are those split-second decisions that you make, and it's just sometimes people get hurt, and it's an unfortunate part of the game as well.
If Zary is closer to the boards and he does it, I think that's when it goes up. If you're a little closer to the boards, because then Zary doesn't, even though he went in awkwardly, and I think it was a very dirty play, if he's that couple feet closer to the boards, I think it gets a lot more because your brain, that's how your brain works in NHL. Like when you're hitting a guy in neutral zone like that, you're not expecting to drive him into the boards. Like there was a sliding period where Zary slid in like that. It's still very dangerous, but I think a little closer, that's going up a lot more because everyone's now trained in the NHL when you're near the boards to kind of let up a little bit when you see numbers, right? And I think that, to me, that's a determining factor in that suspension. Still think it was dirty. Could it have been more? Still could have been more for me, for sure, and I would have been fine with it. But I think that's what went into the decision making of not going higher.
And Zari's like a decent young player as well, but I also think like if it was like a superstar or someone else on the receiving end, maybe that escalates it a little bit as well.
You think so?
I've never liked the cross check to the lower back above the pants where you can, if you hit them right, you take their legs out. I always found that one really, really dangerous. I would like to see a cross check be called more or eliminate it. But
that's the bread. Go ahead, finish.
The only thing I would like to see the penalties become stiffer. And I know you have to put it in the CBA and you have to negotiate. I get all that. A $5,000 fine means nothing. 2 games, 3 games. Like there's no deterrent really for making arguably dumb decisions.
Hold on a second. You told me very at the beginning of the year, you want guys that are going to cross-check guys. You want guys getting cross-checked. You want how are you going to build your D? Wally's D ain't going to be able to play in the league.
There's a difference between battles in the front of the net and full skates cross-check in the back.
Told me you wanted guys getting cross-check in front of the net.
I don't change my position.
Well, the low back is the one. It's just a quick little jolt to the low back. That's the best one because you can get the guy a little off balance a little bit.
Battles in front are different than taking your feet out when you're traveling the length of the ice at full speed.
So Wally, you want the hard cross checks in front when guys are stationary.
Yes,
it's a relative thing.
You can club them like a baby seal at that point, but not
as long as you're standing still.
Not if you're flying down the wing.
Fill your boots.
We don't
condone clubbing baby seals. Let's just get that out of the way.
So moving cross checks, bad. Standing cross checks, good.
Yes. Okay.
We've clarified that.
That's a battle in front where you're both of you and now are understanding and engaged.
This is as confusing as the penalties that are called after the whistle and during the play. Because during the play, you raise your stick against the guy's shin pad and you're getting a hook. But after the play, you're going to punch a guy in the head and it doesn't matter.
Let's move on. Last thing before we get out of here. I got a busy day. Warren Foegele. Do we move him up the lineup?
Fogler.
I say yes, just because I think Nick Cousins' game has taken a step back in the last week.
Oh, poor Cuz. You gotta have one.
I like poor Cuz, and I like everything that you do or that he does. And the fourth line's been humming. So removing Foegele from that would obviously potentially adversely affect that as well. But I think like Cousins does a lot of positive things as well, and I think he could be successful on the fourth line. But like at some point, I'd like to see Foegele get a little bit more ice time.
Yeah, well, they've been the last little while. The fourth line's been getting minutes, and Fogel's ice time has gotten up. I'm kind of torn on this because I really like Claude Giroux with Pinto and Amadio. That's a really good line, but I also like poor Cuz there too. He's done a nice job. I actually wouldn't mind seeing how Foegele would do with Pinto and Amadio, but the question is who plays with Stützle? How do you move it around?
Could you play Batherson on his natural side, then slide Foegele up to the first line, and then slide Giroux down, Cousins to the third?
You could do that. See how Foegele plays up there. You have a guy like a north-south guy that's got some speed. Like the nice thing about Foegele, if you do that, Graham, I think he's got the wheels to play with a guy like Timmy. So he adds some speed to that line. And I think Giroux and Pinto have such good chemistry together. Like you can tell they know where each other are on the ice, and the way Pinto's going right now, man, he has raised his game again. Amadio too. Everyone's on the Amadio train now. The love, it's now a love him. It's now a love him.
Most underrated player. I'm like, man,
where were they?
He was unbelievable on Saturday night. Like he was so good. And
question was, where were these people over a year ago? Nowhere to be found.
I was going to say Yorkie as well. Like Pinto got an ozone draw. I think it was Thursday night. I'm just like, what is happening here?
He must have been like, you know what? You're like, drop the puck to make sure they can't take me off.
Don't even look at the bench to see if they're motioning you for a change. Just like, no, I'm taking this one.
Like it's crazy the amount of offense those guys put up with the amount of starts they get in the D zone. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing because the way Greener's coaching these guys. It's obviously the right thing because that line is so good in their own zone. But the point is they're still generating offense. Well, it's the old thing, right? Good defense leads to offense, which it does, obviously, in their case.
Really liked Dylan Cousins' game as well. I thought he was really heavy. Like he was effectively heavy on Saturday. I
feel like he's been that way for about 2 months.
But it's like from day one to now to see that growth. It's
poor Cuzzo. Just one game and you're just out.
No.
You know what? He could probably have about 10 more goals.
I think this goes back to the Montreal game. Like I thought, like he had a big hit on Struble, but then he started turning over the pucks. I just find there's been more turnovers. And I'm not just saying that because the one goal that was scored with Cousins on the ice the other night after he couldn't get it out. But I don't. He's a good player. Like I really like him. I think he's effective. He's really good at what he does. But if you're going to mix it up, now would probably be the time to try.
I don't know. So I wouldn't try. I was just curious, but because I would leave him. I'd leave Warren Fogle where he is only because I don't want to mix
playing
up
well.
It's working. Yeah.
Well.
So I've seen a lot of like comments over the time of like not enough secondary scoring. They're not getting enough secondary scoring. So I did some math. Over the season, I'll do the top. Now it's arbitrary because Ridley Gregg has not played in the top 6 all year, Claude Giroux, whatever. But for the top 6 that are currently there, they scored 54% of the goals this year. The secondary group has scored 32%, and the D, of course, scored 14% of the goals. 32 is pretty high, to be honest with you. And that's that's on the season. In the last, I think it's since the last 25 games, they've been 27% secondary scoring.
Mm-hmm. And they missed Pinto for a little bit of time as well, right? Like there's been some consequential injuries that have impacted that slightly. Like Pinto, he was leading the team in goals at the time he got hurt, was he not?
Yeah, whatever. He had 9 and 8 games or 8 and somewhere there. 8 and 9. I can't. Math is tough sometimes. They've all played pretty well, so we're not moving the lines.
They'd have more secondary scoring if Amadio just finished like 10% more of his. Like he's getting unbelievable grade A chance. I don't know what the difference is, Yorkie, but it's like unbelievable scoring opportunities. And it's just if he scored on half of them, he would be a 25 to 30 goal scorer. It's crazy.
I know. He's just, like I said, he's playing a different game out there. He's outwitting the D when they're out there. He's stealing pucks. He's swiping. He's in the right spot. He's on top of pucks. He's everywhere.
Yeah. But it's like we'll set that puck up, throws waist high. Amadio knocks it down, almost gets a scoring opportunity. Yeah. The puck was just bouncing on him.
Also, too, like he's got so much experience from his time in Vegas, playing in big games, winning a Stanley Cup. Like he's played in high pressure situations, so it's like this doesn't bother him. Like this is okay. Let's get it done. Let's win these games and make the playoffs.
Michael, no swiping.
All right, let's get out of here. I got to go to the gym.
Okay. Well, have a great day working on your tan at the beach.
Right.
We'll talk to you again. We'll see you again tomorrow, 9 a.m. See you, everybody.
See you guys.
Thanks for tuning in to Coming In Hot. If you enjoyed the show, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe to never miss an episode.